I'm Dr. Mark Hatala, and I want to welcome you to my office. I'm a cognitive scientist who studies time travel by replicating days from the past. And so everything that someone who was alive at a particular date, in this case December 7th, 1972, would be exposed to, from the morning papers to late night television and everything in between. The news, the game shows, the magazines, you name it. Today what we're going to be talking about is Bob Hope and whether he was a time traveler or not. Now he gets confronted about this on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson because he appears in the Albrecht Durer painting, Adoration of the Trinity. Now, I've been to the museum that it's in. It's in Vienna. I can't pronounce the name of the museum because it's something like the Kinter... But it's still there. It has a lot of interesting aspects to it. It's not just that Bob Hope is painted in the picture from 1511. It's also, it has a veiled queen she's not social distancing, but she is wearing a mask. And so it's an odd picture in a lot of ways. Albrecht Durer was an interesting person too, because he believed, he once said that no one is so beautiful that they can't be pictured as being more beautiful, which means that Durer was never actually in love, in my opinion. I teach a romantic relationships course too. So, if you don't know who Bob Hope was, he was a comedian from the 1930s and 1940s. He was immensely popular, and he was a popular figure also because he would visit American troops in the field. In World War I, World War II, he's not that old. The Korean War and the Vietnam conflict, really straight through Operation Desert Storm, which was in the early 90s. He was performing for American troops in the field. But let's go to the footage of Johnny Carson, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about time travel at the end.
I know you get this in the mail all the time. This is a copy of the famous masterpiece, Adoration of the Trinity, which I guess is in Venice, was painted about the year 1511, something like that. And you receive blow-ups of this particular part of this picture all of the time. Now, this was painted in 1511. Now, I'm going to show you the small blow-up of one part of it. You're going to have to come in close, because the gentleman in the picture looks so much like you. It is really incredible. I watch the monitors in the studio. This is not a joke, and I know you get these all the time. Now, go in very close on the figure, the man seated in the chair. See if they're going to try to, they're trying to pick it up now.
Are they?
On a close-up. Do you see? Do you see? I'm going to move it back in the light a little bit. Now, can you go in even a little closer? On the man seated there. Because it is really incredible. He's just changing the camera lens here to give you a close-up. I'm trying to hold this as close as I can. Look at that.
Oh, remarkable.
Were you working Venice? Where were you, at Lowe's, Venice, or what? You broke in there, didn't you?
Say that. No, that's in the museum in Florence. And when the guide goes through there, he says, he's a Bob Hope of the 15th century here. All my friends told me that. And Crosby, there's a postcard, like this. And Bing sent me this and said, I thought so, That you have been around, and you're an all-weather comedian. You've been around for a long time.
That really is incredible.
Isn't that something, though?
That's just amazing.
I don't know what's so bad about that. He's not a bad-looking fellow. Crosby actually sent me that card. And I get it from a lot of people. I've been getting it for years with the people who go and see this.
Have you ever followed your family back, say, any further than your grandfather or your great-grandfather?
Yes, I got hit by a coconut, I'll tell you that.
Read that far back, huh?
I've gone back quite a ways.
I don't know if Bob Hope was actually a time traveler, but I guarantee that you can be one. Come visit us online at timetravelsimplified.com and pick up our book. So this is the book for December 7th, 1972, the final Apollo mission, because that was the day that Apollo 17 went on the last trip to the moon. And so you can see them up there. It's guaranteed. The methodology that I've worked out, it will seem like you've actually time traveled. That our motto is, it's time travel or it's free. because if you feel like it's not, you get your money back. And so that's how confident I am in this methodology. If you want to support my research, there's a link to my Patreon account below. Please like and subscribe, as always, and have a great day.